people talk about sports and about outcomes and rivals get with each other. But when the whistle blows and the ball rolls, I've got news for you, there is nowhere to hide on a soccer field. When you go out there and have a bad day, or the opponent bests you that day and you don't do well and they beat you badly, take a deep breath, be humble again, thank them, shake their hands, be respectful, and then in the back of your mind saying, well, I want the opportunity to play you again. But that's sports. So trying to control your emotions and recognize that, it's just like life, there's no guarantees, so you do the best you can and play as hard as you can and hope for the best result. But, there are certain days you play opponents and it's a tough thing in life, but sometimes your opponents best you. And, that isn't to say, you're a bad person or you're a bad team, but it may motivate you to go back and work harder, and that's a life lesson. Every job you apply for, you don't get every job you apply for. Every contract that you work towards, you don't get. So that's part of the human experience. So. Growing up in Lancaster, England, which is the north of England, like every youngster, the dream is to be a professional soccer player or football player, as we like to say. And you go to school in the morning, you run to school early. Not because you're excited about the first class, but if you can get 10 minutes in the playground playing with the tennis ball, because soccer balls were not allowed, but you would be playing this 20-on-20 game. But it was about going to see your friends, and that's where your real friends came in. And that's what I say to all my student athletes is, yes, you win games, you win championships, but the things you really benefit from team sports is the friendships that you develop for life.
The third cone, 9 touches. Have you got the idea? On your toes. Get set, ready, go!
I started teaching and recognizing that not only was I creating a positive environment, but kids were learning and improving, but you could see the growth in people. And you can see for that moment in time, you can impact people's lives in a real positive way. And you can get kids to laugh and you can get kids to smile. You can get kids to go through the emotions of what the sport is. If kids enjoy the sport and they come back years later to see you, it's amazing how they will smile and look and say, Coach, remember. And as I get on in age, I smile and say, no, I don't necessarily remember. But there are just those moments in everybody's careers that you have, and not necessarily winning moments, But so I think that's the real essence of Warner Soccer. Is what I have great pride in the most is people coming back saying, what an important part the organisation played in people growing up, because literally families have grown up at the Meadows. Now I'm a grandparent, I have 7 grandkids, and my grandkids are starting to play, so I'll be out there as well. So it's just a wonderful family organisation, and I think that's the thing we're proudest of. For me, every day I go out, it's a new day, it's an opportunity to have an impact, but it's just an opportunity to keep exercising and doing something you love to do. So for me, it's people ask me, what's my timeline, and to stepping down. I'm like, no timeline to stepping down. Why would I stop doing something I enjoy doing? That makes no sense to me whatsoever.
Six touches. 6. 1, 2, 3. Oh, well done. Back. Keep going. Accelerate.
Andy and Bev and Lisa Warner, they have developed a community. It's not just the kids playing soccer. It's not just the coaches. It's the community on Saturday morning. It's the sound of the goal. It's the beating of the cleats on the grass. It's the watching the kids, kind of learn to fight for themselves. It is all of it.
I'm very passionate about soccer. It's a beautiful sport. I don't know how else to explain it. It's wonderful. It brings so many people together. I want it to always be a part of my life, whether I'm coaching, playing, helping out, just,
Watching you dad play when he's 70.
That too.
Thank you, Andy, Lisa, Cindy, and Bev, for the sacrifices because I know there's a lot of sacrifices in developing something like this.
Thank you, Andy, for being just a great guy, being there for us, helping us out, getting us better, I know you love the the game, and I know you love teaching us, and we love getting taught by you.
Thank you, Andy, Lisa, Bev, for providing the opportunities for us to create friends, to create memories, and to see our kids grow and get better at something. They've been part of our family, really, whether they know it or not.
Thank you, Andy, for being there for the families. Thank you for the support and helping my kids not only just on the soccer field, but just become really, really good, strong individuals. So thank you, Andy, for being there for the families.
Go. Hey Coach Bev, I just want to say thank you for everything you've ever taught me and given me. Thanks for being my coach starting when I was just 3-4 years old, and thanks for then teaching me how to coach as I started as a young coach when I was 13. You always taught me to lead with passion and lead with my heart, and I've taken that into every job I've done. And thank you also for understanding how important it was as a woman coach to really have a lot of confidence and to go out there and show everybody what we can do. You're a great inspiration, and I still carry you and everything you've taught me and everything that I do today. So thank you.
Back in the early to mid 90s, even to the late 90s, Warner Soccer's international soccer camp was one of the tops in the country. The people from Tallahassee, the people that liked soccer in Tallahassee, would come to camp games during the summer. They knew at 5:30 and 7 there was going to be some spectacular games played. And if you wanted to train against the best players, you wanted to play against the best teams, you wanted to get the best coaching, Andy Warner brought that to Tallahassee every summer. And I miss those days. They were fantastic.
One anecdote that we always remember with our youngest one, the first time he went potty, he was very specific that he wanted Coach Lindsay to know that he went potty. And at that time, actually, Lindsay had moved away from Tallahassee, so we had to go through Lisa and say, make sure that you tell Lindsay that, that Mateo went potty, because he wanted her to know, this is when he was 3 years old. So just those little things like that, that the memories that we've created, and I think it's all, a big part because of them, right?
Thank you, Warner Soccer.
Yeah, one more time. I think it's okay. You gotta act like V isn't making y'all sad.
Okay.
One more time. Loud as you can. No, not loud as you can. Happiest as you can. Happy.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, last one. You ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Thank you,